Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in here on NewarkPilots.tv on YouTube.com. I am Tim Watson, your play-by-play broadcaster, and we are here at the beautiful Colburn Park on this Monday night for a doubleheader as your Newark Pilots take on the Utica Blue Sox. Newark, coming off of a loss last night, now sit at 5-8, while the Utica Blue Sox come in here for the doubleheader at 9-8. We are playing a doubleheader due to the game on the 16th that was supposed to be at Utica was postponed due to the rain. The last time they faced off in Utica, Newark lost 8-7. So here for this doubleheader, Newark will be the away team for the first game and the home team for the second. Your Pilots lineup for this first game goes as follows. Leading off, Jordan Fedor, batting second, number 6, Over Torres in right field. Batting third, the first baseman, number 22, Parker Denny. Batting fourth, number 7, Dylan Duplashon, the third baseman. Batting fifth, number 10, Sean Hillis, the catcher. Batting sixth, number 19, Adam Zabrowski, the designated hitter. Batting seventh, number 1, James Rabel, the shortstop. Batting eighth, number 3, second baseman, Mike Gorman. Batting ninth, left fielder, number 11, Cameron Reynolds. On the mound tonight for your Pilots is the starter, number 33, Matt Boyko. Boyko's coming in with a 0-0 record in 2 innings pitched, having given up 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 hits, with 4 strikeouts. So the ERA is currently not pretty, but it's only 2 innings, sitting at a 22.5. And the Utica lineup that he will face is leading off, number 30, Ben Montenegro, the designated hitter. Batting second, number 2, Tyler Simon, the shortstop. In the 3-hole, number 25, Robbie Young, the first baseman. Batting fourth, number 16, the center fielder, Vincenzo Castronovo. Batting fifth, number 19, the left fielder, Brendan Phillips. Batting sixth, number 5, Malik Sprotling, the right fielder. Batting seventh, number 13, Alex Cornell, the third baseman. In the 8th spot, number 21, Tim Myra, the catcher. In the 9-hole, number 10, Ryan Enos, the second baseman. And pitching today for Utica in the opening game of the doubleheader is number 43, Dalton O'Boyle. O'Boyle comes in with a 2-1 record with 16.1 innings pitched, having allowed 12 hits and 4 earned runs, so that puts his ERA at a 2.2. And Newark will look to jack that up a little bit here today. First pitch of game 1 should be around 5:05, and we are about 11 minutes away. Today's doubleheader will be 2 7-inning games, so join me for both of them. The second one should be starting about 30 minutes after the first. And we'll be back at 5:05 for the first pitch here in the first game. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages. And leading off for your Pilots here in the top half of the first inning, center fielder number 15, Jordan Fedor. Fedor in for Murphy, as Murphy was scheduled to start, but ended up finding his way on the bench after getting sick. So that will leave 1/3 of the three-headed monsters in play for the Pilots today, as the three-headed monsters consists of Murphy, Torres, and Bermudez. And Torres is the only one starting in this first half of the game, as Bermudez had a scheduled off day. Fedor comes into this game hitting a .167, and he'll look to get that average up here with a lead-off single. First pitch from Old Boyle here at 5:09 will be in there for a strike. It is currently 79 degrees here on this Monday night. Feels more in the mid-80s and a little bit muggy. And the 0-1 will be swung on and fouled off. 0-2 now. So took the first one, swung at the second, and we'll see what Fedor will do here with the white batting gloves and black cleats. That one is bounced in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. 1-2. The 1-2 to Fedor will be low. 2-2 now. So the Pilots, the away team here in Game 1, will be the home team in Game 2. Each game will be a 7-inning game with a 30-minute intermission in between them. A good swing by Fedor there, but makes no contact and is struck out for the first out of the top half of the first. That's going to bring up the red-hot Over Torres in right field, wearing number 6 on his back, batting a .429 on the year. Going with the blue tealish bat today. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. 0-1. Over Torres' team Evo shield with the wrist guard, compression sleeve, batting gloves, and the leg guard. Swings at a breaking ball, but doesn't get any of it. 0-2 now. So the Pilots are being aggressive here early, as they have been all year. And pretty soon that wood will find the ball. The 0-2 to Torres will be in the dirt, blocked by Myra. 1-2 now. Torres very comfortable up there at the plate behind, but that doesn't really matter to him, as he is hitting a .429 on the year, which is incredible and puts him top 3 in the league. That one is hit high, fouled off and out of play. 1-2 here again. One and two is swung on and fouled off the plate. We're going to do 1-2 again. So Torres is making O'Boyle work here a little bit. Shakes off the first one, gets the second sign, and deals it. Torres rips it in between the second baseman and the first baseman, and the Pilots will have their first hit of the night, and that .429 average is going to rise. And that's going to bring up number 22, the first baseman, Parker Denny. Denny comes in today hitting a .241, and will look to add on after the one-out single by Torres. Denny digs into the plate, gives his bat a nice look. Looks to be the same one that Torres just ripped the single with. Let's see what he can do with it. Boyle gives Torres a look. Comes home. Takes the first pitch, a ball outside, 1-0. Boyle really taking his time out there on the mound now with a runner on base. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1 now. One's flood the top of the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. So Torres with not too much of a lead over there, which is a theme for the Pilots, but they all do get very good secondary leads. Breaking ball misses high. 2-1 now. Not the location you want your breaking ball to be, as if you leave it high, it will get banged. Two and one is ripped toward the shortstop, who will field it to the second baseman, throw it to first for an inning-ending double play. So we head to the bottom of the first as the Pilots get their first hit, but a double play ends the one-out rally, and we'll be back. So the first Blue Sock that Boyko the Southpaw will face is the designated hitter, number 30, Ben Montenegro. He comes in today batting a 1-1-1. So it'll be a lefty on lefty matchup to start the game. First pitch from Boyko tonight misses high, 1-0. So haven't seen a lot out of him this year in a Pilot's uniform, as he got here a little late, only pitched 2 innings so far this year. That one misses, says the home plate ump, 2-0. The 2-0 will miss. The count has now been run to 3-0. Boyko is in danger of walking the leadoff hitter on 3 pitches. That one's in there for a strike. 3-1 now. The 3-1 is hit hard toward the Pilot's dugout on the bounce. The count will now be full. The 3-2 is in there for a strike, and there is one out here in the top of the first. In the bottom of the first. Sorry about that. That's going to bring up shortstop number 2, Tyler Simon. Simon hitting a .317 on the year. Pretty good average there. because most of the guys on this Utica team have one. Boyko showed an excellent pitch there to get the 3-2 count strikeout. First pitch to Simon is fouled off for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 will be swung on, hit hard foul, 0-2. As Simon now had to get a new bat as his broke on that swing. And he'll step back into the box down 0-2. The 0-2 from Boyko will be hit toward Gorman, who will throw over quickly, and the runner will be safe. So Utica will have their first hit there on an infield single.
Now batting the first baseman, number 25.
That's going to bring up first baseman number 25, Robbie Young. Young steps up to the dish, hitting a .418. So not quite Torres' .429, but still a pretty high average. Chokes up on the bat a little bit. First pitch from Boyko is in there for a strike, 0-1. Boyko taking his time out there as he threw over and didn't get him. Boyko takes a look at first again. He'll come home 0-2 now on an awkward swing by Young. Boyko will throw back to Denny, and the runner will be back in safely. So it'll be 0-2 with one out, a runner on first here in the bottom of the first. Boyko comes home as that one hit Young, so he loses him after getting him to 0-2. Not a situation you want there.
Now batting center fielder, number 16, Vincenzo Castronovo.
That's going to bring up number 16, Vincenzo Castronovo, the center fielder, hitting .305. So another good average here in this Utica lineup. And Boyko will look to get around another lefty with runners on second and first now here in the bottom of the first. Takes a big aggressive swing and fouls it off behind the plate, 0-1. The 0-1 will be swung on and hit hard. Torres will head over. It will be a foul ball, 0-2 now. So Boyko left that one out near the middle of the plate, and Castronovo almost made him pay a ball that just trailed foul. Castronovo right on that batter box line. Pokes that one out into center and left gap. Reynolds runs over and will make the play, covering some ground to make the second out of the inning.
Now batting left fielder, number 19, Bretton Phillips.
That's going to bring up left fielder number 19, Bretton Phillips. Phillips comes in today hitting a .125. So Boyko should be able to get out of this inning here if all goes well. That one misses, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first with runners on second and first. And Boyko will look to get himself out of this situation. That one misses again, 2-0. The 2-0 will be thrown in there, hit to Rabel. It will bounce off of him. A run will come in, and Gorman will throw to third, and he'll be in there safely. And let's see how they score that one. And they're going to give him a base hit for that, which I thought it was going to be, but just want to check with the scorers first. That's going to bring up in the 6th spot, number 5, Malik Spratling, the right fielder, hitting a .302 on the year. A big swing, but no result, but a swinging strike, 0-1. So runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, and Utica has struck first with a run. The 0-1 inside, 1-1 now. That one missed outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. A big swing and a miss. 2-2 now, so 2's flood the top of the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. And right after this half of the inning, we'll work on fixing that camera for you guys. As we see that comment right there. Sorry about that. That ball is swung on and hit hard, but foul. 2-2 here again. So the 2-2 from Boyko. Breaking ball misses, says the home plate umpire. 3-2 now. The 3-2 will be thrown on, swung on, and missed. And damage control is out as Utica strands a runner on third and first and only put up 1. So after 1, your Pilots trail 1-0. And we are headed to the second. Thank you for tuning in. Leading off for your Pilots here in the top of the second inning, number 7, the third baseman, Dylan Duplashon. First pitch to him will be in there for a strike, 0-1. I saw the chat and I let them know, and we are going to be working on fixing that camera for you guys. Sorry about the inconvenience. That one is swung on and missed. 0-2 now. That one is hit hard out of play. 0-2 again. Duplashawn stepping back in the box, awaiting the 0-2. And it will be a breaking ball high that misses. 1-2. The 1-2 is hit hard over the second baseman's head, and that will be a single for Duplashawn as he tried to stretch it into a double, but gets back into first without a throw. So it'll be a leadoff single. That's going to bring up catcher number 10, Sean Hillis. Hillis comes in today batting a .238, and he'll look to get that up a little bit with a hit. That one from Hillis misses. The 0-1 to Hillis will not come before another throw over, and Duplashawn is back in safely. The 1-0 to Hillis will be high. 2-0 now. Two and 0 will miss. 3-0 now. So after a lead-off single, O'Boyle has worked himself into some trouble to a 3-0 count to Hillis. The 3-0 misses. A 4-pitch walk to Hillis, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, number 19, Adam Zabrowski. Zabrowski comes in today hitting .174 on the year, but has a great opportunity to help himself out with runners on second and first and no outs here in the top of the second. The first pitch will be swung on and hit hard toward the shortstop, who will come in, make the play at first, and the runners will advance. So Zabrowski does his job there to advance the runners, and that brings up number 1, the shortstop, Jamie Rabel. Rabel comes in today batting a .235, hitting from the left side of the box, and now he has runners on second and third with 1 out. So the tying run is 90 feet away here in the top of the second, as now the Utica infield has come in. That ball is roped to center field and should tie the game here, as the throw-in will be cut off, and we have a 1-1 game here as your Pilots answer back. So a sac fly there for Rabel will bring up number 3, the second baseman, Mike Gorman. Gorman comes in today hitting a .185. Steps out. adjusts just about everything that has to do with his hands there and steps back in. So the first pitch to him with 2 outs and a runner on second base will be a strike. 0-1, and Gorman did not agree at all. Did look a little low, but nonetheless, we didn't get the call, so he's down 0-1. The 0-1 misses, gets away from the Utica catcher, and Hillis is on third now. And he points to his teammates in the dugout with a big smile on his face. So the 1-1 with 2 outs to Gorman and the leading run 90 feet away from scoring. We'll see if he can come through with 2 outs here. Breaking ball misses, 2-1 now. Two and one is thought about, held off by Gorman, called a ball, 3-1 now. O'Boyle smiling as he thought that was a strike. Gorman asked for time now as O'Boyle was taking too long. So the 3-1 will be swung on. A blooper could get down and the right fielder gets under it. But after 1.5 innings of baseball, we have a tie game here at Colburn Park with Utica heading up with the sticks. And we'll see if Boyko can send them down 1-2-3 when we come back. Leading off for Utica here in the bottom of the second inning, number 13, the third baseman, Alex Cornell. Cornell comes in today hitting a .333, and Boyko will look to lower that here. First pitch to him misses, 1-0. So the camera guys just fixed the angle, and they're working on calibrating it right now as that ball is hit deep and way back, and it goes over the fence. So just like that, Utica has taken the lead here again.
Catcher number 21, Tim Mura.
So after the big fly to start the inning, that's going to bring up number 21, Tim Mura, the catcher, who's hitting a 304 early on in this season. First pitch is in there for a strike, and Boyko right back to work after allowing the long ball. I guess if there is a good thing about that long ball, it was a solo shot. That one's inside, 1-1. That pitch misses low, says the home plate ump. 2-1 now. The 2-1 will be hit. A broken bat out to Rabel, who will throw to Denny, and there will be the first out of the inning.
Now batting the second baseman number 10, Ryan Enos.
So with one down, that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 10, Ryan Enos. The first pitch to Enos will be a strike, 0-1. So a good play by Rabel there, filling in for Bermudez in the first game of this doubleheader. Breaking ball hit towards Rabel's way again. We'll field it off the bounce, throw it to first, and that's 2 quick outs right to him after the bomb. Back to the top of the order, as it'll be number 30, Ben Montenegro. First pitch misses to him low, 1-0. Montenegro in his first at-bat tonight was struck out, and on that pitch you looked fooled there. 1-1 now. Breaking ball misses high, 2-1 now. So 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the second. Three balls, 1 strike with 2 outs now. The cameramen say that's about the best you're going to get out of our camera today. So sorry about the inconvenience. If you're not really happy with the angle, the count is now full. 3-2 with 2 outs. That one in there for a strike, and Montenegro is struck out looking again. And that runs Boyko to 3 Ks now through 2 innings pitched, and we head to the top of the third. Leading off for your Pilots here in the top of the third inning is number 11, the left fielder, Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds comes in today hitting a 125, and we'll definitely like to see that rise as the summer goes on. And we'll see what he can do here. First pitch to him, thought about, holds back 1-0. The 1-0 will miss high, 2-0 now. Two and 0 is swung on hard, but no result. But a swing strike, 2-1 now. The 2-1 is called a strike, so 2-2 now. Reynolds didn't think it was there. A pretty good frame job by the catcher there, if I do say so myself. Reynolds asks for time and steps out as O'Boyle was taking his time. Play is called, pitch is thrown, Reynolds swings and misses, and there's the first out of the top half of the third. That's going to bring up number 15, Jordan Fedor. Fedor steps to the plate with the Game of Thrones intro. First pitch misses to him, 1-0. So if Fedor can find his way on, he does have speed, so he could be a menace on the bases here. The 1-0 misses, 2-0 now to him. Takes a stretch, looks at his bat, steps back in the box. The 2-0 is in there for a strike, 2-1 now. The 2-1 breaking ball in there for a strike, 2-2 now here again. So after being up 2-0 in the count, this at-bat has looked to get away from Fedor a little bit. And let's see what he can do here now. Swings on, pops that one high up into foul territory. Ball caught by the third baseman as he heads into the dugout. And there is the second out of the inning. So a good snag there by the third baseman.
Now then, the right fielder number 6, Over Torres.
That's going to bring up right fielder number 6, Over Torres, who added to his .429 average by providing a single in the top half of the first. And we'll see what he can do here with 2 outs. First pitch high and outside, 1-0. The 1-0 is hit just over the pitcher's head. Torres will run it out, and it will be an infield single, as no one will be able to make the play on it as it rolls to the outfield after the shortstop let it roll by him. So a 2-for-2 day here for Over Torres here in the third inning. That's going to bring up the first baseman, number 22, Parker Denny. Let's see if he can keep this 2-out rally going here for your Pilots. Then he gets his signs from Coach Quinn and heads into the box. Digs in, takes a look at the bat. Brings it back. O'Boyle comes set. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Myra. 1-0. Denny ahead 1-0, steps back into the box. O'Boyle takes a look at Torres on first, but delivers home as the 1-0 misses outside again, 2-0. 2-0 quickly becomes 3-0. And Denny is in a great count now. Let's see if he has the red or green light. O'Boyle shakes off the first sign. Comes set after he gets his sign. That one misses low. A 4-pitch walk here with 2 outs. And with runners on second and first now, that's going to bring up third baseman, number 7, Dylan Duplachon. Duplachon was hitting a 300 coming into this game, but a single there puts him above 300. So a great start here to this summer. So a Torres single and then a dead walk has some momentum going for the Pilots here with 2 outs. That one is swung on hard, but in the catcher's glove it goes, 0-1. Duplachon calls for time as O'Boyle is taking his time out there on the mound. Wants to make sure he's ready for the pitch. Steps back in the 0-1 with 2 outs and runners on second and first will come as O'Boyle gets set. And the 0-1 will be 1-1 now. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on second and first for your Pilots. O'Boyle takes a look at second. They're going to say Duplachon went, so it'll be 1-2 now. So a good breaking ball there fools Duplachon, and he's half swung at it. Adjusts his batting glove. Steps back in. O'Boyle taking his time out there. Shaking off a few signs. Gets his sign. Still takes his time. Comes set. Looks at Torres at second. Delivers home. Swung on by Duplachon. Hit towards the third baseman who will tag third. And the inning will be over. So we head to the bottom half of the third inning as your Pilots trail 2-1 here in the first game of this doubleheader. And the first blue sock that Boyko will face here is number 2, Tyler Simon, the shortstop. So we are back, and Boyko is back, as the Pilots will be looking to get as many innings possible from him. That ball is ripped past Rabel, so shortstop to shortstop for a single. And that's going to bring up number 25, Robbie Young, the first baseman. So Boyko, after a leadoff single, will be looking for a ground ball here to kill this rally and put 2 outs on the board. And the first pitch to Young will be not thrown yet as Boyko heads the ball over to first. And the Utica Blue Sock is back in safely. Boyko looks at first, throws home, 1-0 now as that pitch missed high. Another throw over to first, and Simon is back in safely again. The 1-0 is hit towards Rabel, takes it off the bounce, goes to first himself, gets the double play there perfectly, just like they drew it up, and 2 outs now here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting, the center fielder number 16, Vincenzo Castronovo.
That's going to bring up the 4-hole hitter, number 16, Vincenzo Castronovo, the center fielder. That's a tongue twister name right there. And he'll step in for his second at bat, standing right on that white line in the batter's box. And the first pitch to him misses, 1-0. That one inside almost got Castronovo. 2-0 now. That ball is poked hard over the head of Denny and foul. So the count will now be 2-1 with 2 outs. Castronovo asks for time, steps out and adjusts the batting gloves just as Boyko was getting ready to go into the motion. The 2-1 is swung on, hit foul over his Duplashane. Will look to make a play just out of his reach. So it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs as 2s flood the top of the board now. A ball he probably would have dove for if he wouldn't have ran into the fence. Covered a lot of ground there, but wasn't able to catch it. Ball is swung on and missed. A good breaking ball by Boyko to get him out of the inning, and he is up to his 4th K. As we head to the 4th inning, I'm Tim Watson, and thank you for tuning in to NewarkPilots.tv today as your Pilots are taking on the Utica Blue Sox on this fine Monday for a doubleheader. Leading off for your Newark Pilots here in the top of the fourth, the catcher, number 10, Sean Hillis. First pitch to Hillis will be a breaking ball that misses outside, 1-0. Another pitch that O'Boyle thought was in there, but clearly outside. The 1-0 is hit up and hard. The Utica third baseman is over in foul territory, gets under the ball, and makes another great play in foul territory, and a quick first out here. With that first out, that's going to bring up number 19, the designated hitter, Adam Zabrowski. Zabrowski, listed as a catcher on the team roster, has not seen any time behind the plate, mostly at the designated hitter spot and occasionally over at first base. First pitch to him there in this at-bat as a designated hitter will be a strike, 0-1. That one is swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 will be thought about by Zabrowski, but in the dirt, good hold, 1-2 now. Zabrowski didn't go, but it is called a strike. Looked a little outside, but home plate ump says it's in there. So 2 outs now. That's going to bring up shortstop number 1, Jamie Rabel. Rabel with 2 nice plays in the bottom half of the last inning. That ball bounces in front of him in the dirt, 1-0. The 1-0 to Rabel will be a breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1 now. Surprised Rabel did not take a big swing at that, as it was hung right into the middle of the zone. 1-1 will be hit hard toward the first baseman, takes the bounce, fields it himself, a 3 unassisted to end the top half of the fourth, and we head to the bottom half as your Pilots trail 2-1 still. Welcome back here in the bottom of the fourth as Boyko is back on the mound. And leading off for Utica is number 19, Brenton Phillips, the left fielder. And the first pitch to him misses, 1-0. The 1-0 from Boyko will be a strike, swung on, popped up to left field to Cameron Reynolds, who heads back, and that ball is over the fence. So a solo shot here again, and Utica now leads 3-1. So Boyko has delivered up 2 long balls today, but they have both been solo shots. They still hurt as Newark trails by 2, but things could be a lot worse. That's going to bring up the 6-hole hitter, number 5, Malik Spratling, the right fielder. The first pitch to Spratling is swung on and hit hard down the third baseline and foul, 0-1. The 0-1 to Spratling is swung on and hit down the third baseline to the third base coach, 0-2 now. So as Boyko is ahead 0-2, he steps off to get the sign he's looking for, and Hillis gives it to him there. The 0-2 is hit hard toward Rabel, who will take it off the bounce and bobble it, and that one will be scored an error. So there's the first error of the game, as Rabel just couldn't get it out of his glove, and when he finally did, he dropped it. So after that error, that's going to bring up number 13, the third baseman, Alex Cornell. So Boyko has been more of a ground ball pitcher here when he's been getting outs besides the fly balls. We'll look for another one here, and that one's hit toward Dupleshain, takes it off the bounce, throws it to second, and the throw from Gourmand will be a little late. So there's the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up catcher number 21, Tim Mira. So Mira steps up with 1 out and a runner on first, and Boyko will look to get out of this inning, having only given up 1 run. First pitch from Boyko misses, 1-0. The 1-0 is blocked by Hillis, and it won't get behind him. 2-0 now. The 2-0 is hit toward Reynolds' way. He'll play it off the bounce, and it'll be a 1-out single. So with Boyko in a little bit of trouble here, that's going to bring up number 10, the second baseman, Ryan Enos. So Boyko will look for his best ground ball pitch here to get out of this one with runners on second and first, and he steps off there, so he did not like the sign from Hillis. So the first pitch of the at-bat will be thrown in there and misses, says the home plate umpire, 1-0. The 1-0 is hit toward Torres, who will run in and will not be able to make the play. And they're going to not test the arm with a good throw in. And now the bases will be loaded with 1 out. That's going to bring up designated hitter number 30, Ben Montenegro. So a mound visit from Coach Schleishing as he'll talk to Boyko to gain some confidence as the bases are loaded here with 1 out. And the visit ends with Hillis heading back. Boyko still on the mound. The first pitch to him misses, 1-0. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. Montenegro did not like the call, but a good breaking ball will be in there for a strike. One and one is in there for a strike on the outside corners. He's doing his best job as an artist on the mound is Boyko, painting the corners. 1-2 now. The 1-2 is hit towards right field and it will drop in. One will score. They'll send the second runner. Throw at the plate will be in time and safely under the tag from Hillis. So a good throw from Torres was not capitalized on as Hillis could not get the tag down. So now 3 have scored here in this inning. That's going to be shortstop number 2, Tyler Simon. So it is now 5-1 Utica here in the bottom of the 4th of the 7-inning game. That ball is hit hard towards right field and out of play, 0-1. So a good throw there by Torres should have gunned the runner, but Hillis's tag was not accurate as the Utica runner did get under it. That ball is popped up into left center. Running back is Fedor, and that ball will hit off the wall. Fedor will throw it in. Rabel will take it, go 4, and that will score 2. Hillis will go to third. The runner will be out at third, but not before 2 more come in. And is now 7-1 Utica. So what was looking to be a decent start from Boyko has now just gotten away from him here in the 4th inning, as he has allowed 5 here in this inning alone. That's going to bring up the first baseman, number 25, Robbie Young. First pitch to him misses outside, 1-0 now. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. Swung on and hit off of Hillis, 1-2 now. Breaking ball swung on awkwardly, hit foul, 1-2 now. Pitch misses high, 2-2 now. So 2's flood the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The 2-2 is swung on, but they're going to say he didn't go. 3-2 now. Robbie Young with a big smile as he in fact knew he went there. 3-2 misses, and he's walked him. So with 2 outs and a runner on first here in the bottom of the 4th, that's going to bring up number 16, the center fielder, Vincenzo Castronovo.
Number 16, Vincenzo Castronovo.
Now Coach Quinn is on his way to the mound and will take the ball from Boyko. And there will be a pitching change for your Pilots. Coming in is number 21, Brandon Odenhall. Odenhall, or better known as Odie by the fans, will look to get the last out of this inning and remain in the game for a little bit to save some Pilot arms for the game number 2. Once Odenhall is ready, we'll return. Thank you for tuning in on NewarkPilots.tv. I am Tim Watson. So the fresh arm for the Pilots will face Castronovo with a fresh count.
Number 16, Vincenzo Castronovo.
Odenhall looks in for his sign. Runner going. Hillis throw, pretty strong. Gets away from Rabel. Will be in there safely. Pitch is called a ball, 1-0. So another runner in scoring position here for Utica now. So the 1-0 is quickly 2-0 now. So Odenhall coming in, throwing 2 straight balls, and we'll see what he can do here. The 2-0 from Odenhall will be swung on and missed. 2-1 now. Castronovo will adjust his batting gloves, then step back in, touch the plate, put his back foot right on the batter's box line. Castronovo calls for time as there's some dancing going on at second base. by Young, and Odenhall was looking at him for quite a bit. The 2-1 hit Castronovo, but it looked like he swung the bat, but he's being awarded first base. And they're going to say he didn't swing. Going to hear some words from Coach Quinn there. And it'll be 2 outs with runners on second and first now. And that's going to bring up number 19, Bretton Phillips, the left fielder. So a weird series of events there. As it looked like Castronovo swung and it hit him, they're going to say it didn't hit him, and he's awarded first. So first pitch to Phillips is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, 0-2 now. As Odenhall looks amped up out there. Throwing a little extra hard now. 0-2 with 2 outs, runners on second and first now. The 0-2 misses, 1-2 now. Odenhall digs back on the mound, looks in for the sign. Comes set. Delivers home a breaking ball. Swung at. They're going to say he didn't swing. 2-2 now. Another close call where it looked like the Utica batter swung. But Newark's not going to get the call once again, so it's going to be 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Breaking ball in the dirt, gets away from Hillis. Runners will be at third and second now. So 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs now. As Odenhall was up 2-0 in this count at one point. Odenhall comes set. Delivers it home, and it's swung on and popped up out of play. So 3-2 here again. Three and two from Odie is in there for a strike. Inning is over, but not before Utica strikes for 5, and they now lead 7-1. And we are headed on to the 5th, and we'll see if your Pilots can wake up the bats. Leading off for your Pilots here in the top of the fifth, number 3, the second baseman, Michael Gorman. First pitch is swung on and missed, 0-1 now. So pretty much the same routine for Gorman every time as he spits on his gloves, then adjusts them, grips the bat, and steps back in. The 0-1 breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-2. The 0-2 to Gorman will be swung on, chopped to the shortstop, who will make the play, one down here in the top of the fifth.
Now batting left fielder number 11, Cameron Reynolds.
That's going to bring up in the 9 spot, number 11, left fielder Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds showing off wheels in left field today, so if he gets on, he would be a threat to steal a bag or two. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 becomes 1-1 now as ones are across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out with number 11 up to bat. The 1-1 misses outside, 2-1 now. That one is fouled off after Reynolds choked up on it. 2-2 now. Almost jammed there. So we put it down the first base bleachers out of play. 2-2 thought about. Didn't go. 3-2 now. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. And the pitch will be a ball hit into right field. A blooper that could drop. It's going to drop in foul territory. So it's going to be 3-2 again. So Reynolds gets back in the box, and the 3-2 to him will be swung on, hit up the middle, should drop, and there's a 1-out single for Reynolds to help his batting average and to help his team here. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, number 15, Jordan Fedor. Fedor will look to add on to Reynolds' 1-out single here, and we'll see what he can do. A breaking ball misses high, 1-0. So a very good at-bat there for Cameron Reynolds, who is now on first. Worked O'Boyle, got the pitch count up a little bit, and then hit a single. Reynolds goes. He's in there safely. It was a hit and run, so it's 1-1 now. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. So Reynolds, as I said, did steal a bag there. 2-1 hit back up. The 1-1 hit back up the middle off the pitcher, botched, and they're not going to send Reynolds. So it'll be runners on the corners with 1 out, and that's going to bring up number 6, the right fielder, Over Torres. Sorry about the quality of the picture. There's really not much that we can do about that with the type of camera we have. So a mound visit now with runners on the corners here in the top of the 5th in a 7-1 game. And we'll see if O'Boyle is staying in or going out. So O'Boyle will remain on the mound with the hot-hitting Torres up and runners on the corners. And the first pitch to him in there for a strike, 0-1. Utica leads right now, but the Pilots do have something going and could make this interesting quick. A throw to first will not be in time, so Torres will have to wait for his next pitch a little bit longer. Time was called. So the count's going to be 0-1 as time was called, not 0-2. So no balls, 1 strike, and 1 out with runners on the corners. That ball is hit towards the first baseman, who will make the play. A run will score. And he'll have to charge at Torres as he heads back a little bit and then tag him finally. And we have a runner on second with 2 outs and another run in.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22, Parker Denny.
That's going to bring up first baseman number 22, Parker Denny. Denny will look to continue this rally as the Pilots have already put 1 up here in the 5th. Thank you, Mr. Mueller, for bearing with us so we could fix our equipment to the best of our ability. And thank you for tuning in as always. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. O'Boyle steps off, takes a look at Fedor on second, but won't throw his way. So Denny will await the 0-1 as O'Boyle wipes off the first sign, gets a sign he likes, and comes set. The 0-1 is hit into left field, up in the air. Left fielder Over will make the play, and we are headed to the bottom of the 5th as the Pilots trail 2-7. Back out on the mound here for the bottom half of the fifth inning is Brandon Odenhall. And the first Blue Sox he will face is number 5, the right fielder Malik Spratling. First pitch to him will be high and in, 1-0 here. One and 0 is foul off out of play. 1-1 now. The 1-1 will be a ball outside. 2-1 now. Two and one from Odenhall is swung on and missed. 2-2 now. The 2-2 will be in the dirt. 3-2 now. So the full count pitch from Odenhall, as he comes set, it will be high, a leadoff walk here in the bottom half of the fifth. That's going to bring up the third baseman, number 13, Alex Cornell. Cornell, a hot hitter here to start the year, batting in the mid 300s. So not the easiest of outs, but let's see what Odenhall can do here. First pitch in the dirt, 1-0. So 1 ball is no strike and no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Odenhall throws to first, sliding back in safely is Spratling. The 1-0 misses low, 2-0 now. Two and 0 from Odenhall will be not swung at. A throw to Hillis to second will not be in time. 3-0 now with the runner on second. So a 4-pitch walk will bring up number 21, the catcher, Tim Myra. First pitch misses high, 1-0. Hillis will go talk to Odenhall now as his control has been off here in this inning. So the 1-0 to Mira will be low, 2-0 now. 3-0 now here. And it is 7 straight balls, in danger of making it 8 in back-to-back 4-pitch walks. Odenhall will take a breath and come set here. Deliver a strike home, 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the bottom of the 5th with runners on second and first as Utica leads by 5. The score is 7-2. That ball is hit hard towards Rabel, who will come and make the play, throw to 2. The out will be there at second, but the runner will be safe at first as a no throw by Gorman, and runners will be on the corners. That's going to bring up second baseman number 10, Ryan Enos. So a ground ball here by Odenhall would be great for a double play. First pitch from Odenhall will be high, 1-0. The 1-0 misses, 2-0 now. Two and 0 bounces in the dirt, blocked by Hillis. 3-0 now. So 3 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. Odenhall in danger of loading the bases here. The 3-0 was in there for a strike. 3-1 now. The 3-1 misses, and he'll walk him, and the bases will be loaded. That's going to bring up designated hitter number 30, Ben Montenegro. So Odenhall takes his time to get on the mound after the first pitch missed. 1-0. The 1-0 misses low. 2-0 now. Don't want to lose this guy as there's no spot to put him on the bags. Two and 0 misses. 3-0 now. So 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bases are loaded here in the bottom of the 5th. See what Odie can go to here now to get out of this. That one missed, and he walked him on 4, and that's going to walk in a run. That's going to bring up number 2, the shortstop, Tyler Simon. And Coach Quinn heading to the mound. Another call to the pen. With the bases loaded, that's going to bring up to the plate number 2, Tyler Simon. And now pitching for your Pilots, number 25, Dylan Blanchard. Blanchard will look to get out of this bases loaded jam with 1 out. And we'll be back once he's ready. So Blanchard, in a bit of a jam here, will face the righty Simon, the shortstop. First pitch he throws is popped up. Reynolds running in will make the play. Tagging is the runner. He'll throw it into the third baseman, Dupleshawn, and the run will score, but there will be 2 outs now. So with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th, Utica Blue Sox now lead 9-2. That's going to bring in the first baseman, number 25, Robbie Young. Blanchard a quick out there out of the pen. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-1 now. So the 1-1 from Blanchard will come as he comes set. That one will hit Young, and the bases will be loaded again.
Now batting the center fielder, number 16, Vincenzo Castronovo.
That's going to bring in the center fielder, number 16, Vincenzo Castronovo. Castronovo will step up to the plate from the left side of the box with a lefty on the mound now, and the bases are loaded. That pitch misses in the dirt, 1-0. So after getting a quick first out, he hits Young and loads the bases. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1 now. And Castronovo did not agree with that call at all, as it looked like Blanchard painted the corner there. That ball is ripped to right field. Going back is Torres, and he'll have to play it off the wall. 1 will score, 2 will score, and now the 3rd will try to score. And he'll be in there after the ball gets away from Hillis, and the runner heads to 3rd. So all 3 will come in as Newark now trails 12-2. Even though the scoreboard currently says 9-5, it is 12-2. And there are 2 outs with number 19, Brenton Phillips, the left fielder, up. So the first pitch misses, 1-0. So the Achilles heel of this Pilots team this year has been the bullpen, and it's gotten to them here today as they now trail 12-2. That one's in there for a strike, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs and a runner on 3rd. It'll be 2-1 now as the Pilots are just looking to get out of this 5th inning. Two and 1 misses, 3-1 now. Phillips taking his time in that batter's box, with Blanchard taking his time on the mound. That one will miss, and he walked him. That's coming up number 5, the right fielder, Malik Spratling.
Now batting the right fielder, number 5, Malik Spratling.
So the first pitch to Spratling from Blanchard will be a strike, 0-1. Blanchard with a move to first, and back in time is the Utica runner. So it'll be 0-1 still. The 0-1 from Blanchard misses outside, 1-1 now. That one misses really wide. The runner is going to come home as the ball gets away from Hillis as it bounces off the backstop and heads out back toward the plate. So it'll be a 2-1 count now with 2 outs as your Pilots trail 13-2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 2-1 misses, 3-1 now. That pitch misses, another walk, and there will be runners on second and first now. And that's going to bring up number 13, Alex Cornell, the third baseman. So a mound visit is coming here with Coach Schleishing. So after the mound visit, Blanchard remains on the mound, and the first pitch he throws is in there for a strike. And let's see if he's gained some confidence here. A swinging strike, 0-2 now. So no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And that one is swung on, fouled off, 0-2 now. The 0-2 misses, 1-2 now, as Blanchard thought it was there. It'll be 1-2 again as that pitch is fouled off. So as the scoreboard reads right now, 1 ball is 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Newark has 2 runs on 5 hits with 2 errors. Utica has 13 runs on 10 hits and no errors. Swing and a miss, and the 5th inning is finally over, and on to the 6th we go, as your Pilots are going to have to put up a lot to have a comeback here in this one. And we'll be back for the top of the 6th. Leading off for your Pilots here in the top of the sixth, the third baseman, number 7, Dylan Duplachon. So Obama is back out here for another inning, and the first pitch of the inning misses 1-0. The 1-0 is swung on, hit toward the shortstop, who will glove it and make the throw, and there's one out here in the top of the sixth. That's going to bring up catcher number 10, Sean Hillis.
Now batting the catcher number 10, Sean Hillis.
Hillis today has walked and fouled out, so he's 0 for 1, and that one misses 1-0. Looking for his first hit of the game here, or at this point, any way to get on as the Pilots trail by 11. That one is swung on, hit hard. First baseman is going over, and it's going to be out of play. So it'll be ones across the top of the board, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Breaking ball misses high, 2-1 now. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out to Hillis. Swung on, hit hard toward the shortstop again, who will pick it out with his glove, throw to first, and 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. And things are beginning to look bleak for your Pilots as they're down to their last 4 outs. That's going to bring up designated hitter number 19, Adam Zabrowski. Zabrowski digs in, takes a few practice strides. Gets himself ready. First pitch misses, 1-0. That one is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. That one is off the catcher's glove. 2-1 now. Thought about it. Didn't go. 3-1 now. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. Zabrowski in a good hitter's count here. Misses, walked him. So a 2-out walk to get something going for shortstop number 1, Jamie Rabel. So Utica will be going to their pen here. And when we know who it is, we'll let you know. It's going to be number 1, Ben Koval. Koval is a righty from Fordham University from Newark, New York, and will be back when he is ready.
The shortstop, number 1, Jamie Rabel.
So Jamie Rabel with a fresh count here and 2 outs and a runner on first in the top of the 6th, and the new pitcher Koval ready to go. So we are back. Once again, thank you for tuning in on NewarkPilots.tv here on YouTube.com. I am Tim Watson, your play-by-play broadcaster, and this is Game 1 of the doubleheader, which will be a 7-inning game. And after this game, we'll be back in about 30 minutes for Game 2. First pitch to Rabel is a strike, 0-1. That one's in there for a strike, 0-2 now. So no action in your Newark pen as Blanchard will head out there for the next inning. And a good snag by the catcher there to make the count 1-2. So Rabel fouls that one off, 1-2 now. The 1-2 misses, hit him. And they're going to take a moment to converse about if it hit him. If it did, that's going to bring up number 3, Mike Gorman, the second baseman. They're going to say it didn't hit him. So it'll be 2-2 now with a runner on first. So the home fans here are really letting the umps hear it now, as they have been all day. So Koval shakes off his catcher for a third time before finally getting his sign. A big swing and a miss to end the inning, and we are headed to the bottom of the 6th as your Pilots trail 13-2. Welcome back, and leading off for Utica here In the bottom of the 6th is number 21, Tim Mira. Blanchard back on the mound here. First pitch from him is in there for a strike, 0-1. Second pitch misses low, 1-1 now. So the 1-1 from Blanchard will be swung on, popped up. Denny over will catch the ball, and there's one down. After that pop-up, that's going to bring up second baseman number 10, Ryan Enos. That pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. So the 0-1 misses low. One's flood the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. That ball is hit hard into the gap of left and center and will drop for a double after it bounces off of Reynolds and Fedor fields it.
Now batting the designated hitter number 30, Ben Montenegro.
That's going to bring up number 30, Ben Montenegro, the DH. So with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th, the designated hitter is up with a runner on second, and we have a lefty-on-lefty matchup here. That one misses low. 1-0. The 1-0 is hit foul, takes a weird backspin, and goes to the third base coach. 1-1. Montenegro asks for time. It's granted. Digs back in the box. 1-1 from Blanchard just inside. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second now here in the bottom of the 6th. That ball is hit hard into center. Fedor under it will make the play. The runner will tag and will be on third now with 2 outs. So now batting is number 2, the shortstop, Tyler Simon.
The shortstop number 2, Tyler Simon.
So Blanchard here in this inning looks to be hitting the zone a little bit more consistently, even more than in his past outings. So gotta feel good for him that things could finally be coming together this summer. That ball is hit towards Reynolds, who will take a few steps back, jump up, and make the play to end the inning. Pretty athletic play out there in left field. And we head to the 7th as your Pilots need 11 to tie and 12 to take the lead. Leading off for your Pilots here, second baseman number 3, Mike Gorman. First pitch to him, he swings and ends up in the catcher's glove, 0-1. The 0-1 is swung on by Gorman, 0-2 now. So 0-2 to Gorman with no outs here in the top of the 7th as the Pilots trail 13-2. Pitches in the dirt, 1-2 now. When Colville's still out there on the mound for the Blue Sox. The 1-2 will be swung on and fouled off towards the camera and just above it, 1-2 now, still. So Gorman, usually routine with the batting gloves, does it once again and steps back in the box. Thought about it, held back, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, no outs here in the top of the 7th. Doesn't swing, looked a little outside, but called a strike for the first out of the 7th inning. That's going to bring up left fielder number 11, Cameron Reynolds. Reynolds ended the bottom of the 6th with an athletic leap in left field to make a good play. Does have a hit here tonight, so it is working on getting that 120 average up. Thought about it, held back, 0-1. Probably should have went. Good breaking ball to hit there. Misses, 1-1 now. Looked to be the same spot to me. But we'll take the call that time around. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Same spot there again. Called a strike once again. 1-2. And Reynolds has a word with the plate ump. Holds, 2-2 now. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Reynolds. Will be in there for a strike. So 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, and your Pilots are down to their last out. That's going to bring up center fielder number 15, Jordan Fedor. First pitch to Fedor is in there for a strike, 0-1. Ball hit into the gap of third baseman and shortstop as they both extend, and they can't make the play. So this game will go one further at bat as Fedor singles.
Now batting, right fielder number 6, Torres.
That's going to bring up 1/3 of the Pilots' three-headed monster. Number 6, the right fielder, Torres. Torres is 2 for 3 tonight, so really helping that 429 average. It's going to be even further after today. He committed on a pitch he didn't want to swing at, 0-1. The 0-1 is swung on, hit foul, 0-2 now. So no balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here to over at Torres with a runner on first as the Pilots trail by 11 here in the final inning of this first game. Ball in the dirt, 1-2 now. As Koval adjusts his glasses, throws one high and into Torres. Not the place you want to be throwing toward a fan favorite, as it looks like his glasses just took some damage on that pitch. And 2s will flood the top of the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Two and two in there for a strike, and game 1 is over. Not the way you wanted things to end, and Torres did not think it was there. So, an ugly game 1 as we head to game 2, and your Pilots will look to split this series and now be the home team in the next 7-inning game. In about 20-25 minutes, we'll be back for the pregame, and the game should start in about 30. Thank you for tuning in to Game 1 here on NewarkPilots.tv on YouTube.com. I am Tim Watson, your play-by-play broadcaster, and we'll be back with another stream in just a little bit.